This is a video response to Symphonia7, who made a video about his experience in fast food, because he's a fast food employee. And he was working at KFC, somebody ordered some chicken or something, and he was basically joking around with them, playing around, because that's his personality type. He's a very fun person. I love the conversations I've had with him. He's just off the walls, his videos are entertaining, and I guess he tried to bring that into fast food, because it's generally like a kind of depressing area, but I guess he brought a sort of light to it, and he wanted to enjoy what he's doing. Yet he was joking around with one of the customers, and she reported him to his superiors, I guess. And I just find this very interesting. I'm sorry that happened to you, man, but I guess that's just the way our culture works. A lot of people like to pretend that the desires of individuals are totally personal and unique. Like, I want what I want because I'm me, and you want what you want because you're you. What we want is basically largely on who we are, and who we are is largely based on our environment and our culture that brought us up. A while back I made a video about Japanese culture from a thread that was going on Reddit, and it was very interesting. One big staple that I noticed is a lot of people like to take things easy and have a lot of chance to relax and move slowly, because they feel like that's the best and most healthy way for a person to live their life. And that made sense to me, but when I think about America, it's kind of the opposite. We love convenience and we love expediency and we love low cost. It's just easier, and that's the American way, because we have this image of fighting and building to be who we are. We take ourselves from our bootstraps and pull ourselves up. And a part of that is not wasting your time doing frivolous things. You have to work and be serious and be a businessman in order to get ahead. And you can't spend 2 hours doing this or that. You have to be able to do things quickly and conveniently. An example is beer in America. I know a lot of people call American beer piss water, supposedly. I'm not exactly a huge connoisseur of beer, but from what I've heard, there's a lot, like a ton of great beer in America. The only problem is nobody drinks it because A, nobody wants to take the time to look for it, B, it's not in their supermarket, so it's not as convenient to get, and it's also not as cheap. It costs more because they're little independent things rather than being part of a huge monopoly. So you have to give up more of your economic power in that sense. It's just more convenient to get the really cheap stuff, even though it's not as good. It's like we're sacrificing quality for quantity, and that's the problem. We don't care about what we do with our time as long as we have room to do enough stuff. And that's the way it works in fast food, I guess. That's why that's why if you want to take a girl out to a date and you take her to McDonald's, you're laughed at, because it's not a quality thing, it's a quantity thing. You get a lot of food really cheap, it's all in one place, and it's awesome. But it seems like more and more people take it seriously, like that's what it should be, that's the way that things should be. It's just so convenient to have everything together. And that really bothers me. I view it as negative for the human soul. If that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but we need a chance to be free and do what we want and relax, so we don't just crack under the pressure and the stress. I know that in society we're all happy and we act like we're okay, but a lot of people aren't. A lot of people hide their stress and their misery. You can see this from vlog channels on YouTube. There are plenty of people who are almost all the time happy, and once in a while they make one of their videos where they show how stressed they are. Like on my channel here, I tend to be pretty calm and collected and logical, but then I made that video called Why I Hate My Life, and a bunch of people are like, wow, you look really sad there. And I wasn't really telling anybody about that. And once I was able to get it out there, it felt a lot better for me personally. And I took some time to think about who I was and what I was doing, and although I don't think I'm perfect yet, I'm getting there. People don't want to do that though, because it takes time and there's no immediate reward. This is a huge problem with culture. We need to care about what we're doing and who we are and who we interact with. We need to take care of these things personally, and that's why I think that Symphonia7 is a great YouTube content creator. You might say that his quality's low, or you don't like the music he produces, or anything of that nature, but the thing is, he's got a positive spirit to him. Even, I've heard some people say that he's obnoxious even. I think that's taken it a step too far, but I like people who are kind of loud and screamy, and I just think that that's positive. It's disrupting our cultural perception. It's making us face something different. And that's just something that I love about culture. So I'm sorry that happened to you. Keep doing what you do. Don't get fired over it. That would suck, because then you wouldn't have a job. But yeah, I guess don't let them crack your spirit. Don't sacrifice the fact that you want to have quality relationships with people and just have fun rather than always being about expediency. I think that's a really positive thing about people, and I think it's something that we lack, sadly. We need more of that.